Hi, I'm Sherry Hemingway. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for being here. We love having you here. So in today's video, we're going to make 100% whole wheat bread. I actually made white bread a few years ago and put it on my YouTube, and it received so many comments, over 1,000 comments, asking me if I would make 100% whole wheat bread. So we're going to do that today. So enough of me talking, let's get baking. One thing that I want to show you is if you can't grind your own wheat, this is the wheat that I absolutely love to use in this bread. You can just find this in most grocery stores or you can find it online, but it is really good whole wheat. So this is a great option if you can't grind your own. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is grind up our wheat. I've had this Wonder Mill for years and years and years and absolutely love it. We use it I would say at least once a month. I'll see, I've had it for so long, I don't know if it's still available, but I will see and I will post it in the comments down below or in my description box. So what we're going to do first is add these wheat berries. We're gonna add these into here and we're gonna grind it up and make a nice flour. Okay, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Okay, we got this pretty full. I'm actually grinding extra because I'm going to make some muffins for breakfast a little bit later, but it turns it into the prettiest whole wheat flour. Perfect texture, we love it. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to add is 3 cups of very, very warm water, warmer than usual. So about 150 degrees. You're going to add that. Then you're going to add a 1/2 cup of coconut oil. This is the coconut oil that we really like. You can get this at Costco. You don't have to worry about melting this coconut oil down because as you add it to that very warm water, it's going to melt on its own. Okay, so go ahead and add that to your water. Okay, after you've added that, you're going to add honey, 1/2 cup. And we really like the raw, unfiltered honey. Next, you're going to add gluten flour. So you can actually find this on Amazon. I actually get mine from a local kitchen store here in Utah called Kitchen Needs. And what this does is it just has a high protein content, and it also makes your bread really, really fluffy and nice and big and fluffy and airy. So next, you're going to add 1/4 cup of this. And then we're just going to stir all this together. Okay, so as you can see, there's still that big clump of coconut oil. That will keep melting as we go, so don't worry about it. So next we're going to add the wheat flour. You're only going to add 1/2. So this calls for 6 to 7 cups of wheat flour. So we're going to add about 3. that a little mix, and then we're going to add our yeast. So we need 2 tablespoons of yeast. And then we're going to mix this. Okay, I'm going to put my lid on because this can get kind of messy. We're going to go ahead and add the rest of our flour and the salt. So this is the salt that I use, pink Himalayan salt. Make sure you get it from a really good source. Let's see. So you'll need 2 teaspoons of salt. And I'm going to add the flour as we go. So this bread recipe can take about 6 to 7 cups of flour. What you're looking for is the dough to separate from the side of the bowl. So if you look, it's starting to pull away from the sides of the bowl, but it also needs a feel test. And look, it's not ready. It's sticking to my fingers. It's still really sticky, too sticky. You want it to be tacky on your fingers, but not pull away off onto your fingertips. So we're going to keep adding flour until we reach that consistency. Okay, let's check. It's getting there. It's still kind of sticking to my fingers a little bit, but it's starting to get there. Can you see that? Okay, this is looking really good. Okay, so see how it's still kind of tacky, but it's not getting on my fingertips. You want it still a little bit tacky, but not so it's like making a mess of your fingers. I might add just a little bit more. You see that? It's still getting on my fingers just a bit. Okay, let's try this. That is perfect. Okay, so you see how you can stretch it, but it's not sticking to my fingers. That is great consistency. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we are going to let the machine knead this bread for about 6 minutes. If you don't have a machine, just do it by hand. So now I'm going to have a little extra flour on the side as I'm taking this out, just in case it does get a little bit sticky. I can use a little bit of that. Just get a little sprinkle. Yep, see, it's a little sticky. Sometimes when you knead the bread, it will get a little sticky. It's no problem. Just go ahead and add just a tiny bit more flour into it. We're going to do one quick hand kneading, just like this. Okay, look at that. That is beautiful dough. Set it off to the side. We're going to add just a tiny bit of oil to our countertop. Rub that around. Take your dough, put it down in the oil, flip it over so it has oil on both sides. now we're just going to cover it with a clean kitchen towel. And then we're going to let this sit for about 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Do you see how much bigger that already is? It's perfect dough. It's beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to roll it out into the bread pans. I use 4 bread pans for this recipe. I'm just going to coat them in olive oil, and then I'll show you how to roll out this bread. Okay, so quickly, I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil in each one of these pans. Okay, so you're just going to rub this olive oil around. Make sure you coat the whole bread pan so that your bread doesn't stick. You can also use just cooking spray if you want to do that. Okay, so let me show you how to roll out this dough. Okay, so I like to use a scale to measure out these bread loaves so that they're all the same shape and size, but you don't have to do that. You can just roll them out, whatever works. We're not too particular here. So now you're just going to divide up this dough into 4 pieces. We'll set those aside. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of flour on this scale so that the bread dough doesn't stick. Okay, these are all close to being the same size. Now we're going to go ahead and roll them out. Okay, so now all you do, take your dough, you want to kind of flatten out any big air bubbles that you have in there. And then you're just going to roll it as tightly as you can. I like to pinch these little seams like this. And then just roll it out nice and smooth like this. We're going to continue doing that with the other 3. Okay, now we're just going to let these sit and raise for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're double this size. Preheat your oven to 170. Okay. Okay, when that's done, after 10 minutes of cooking, you're going to change the baking to 350, and then you're going to set the timer for 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, while that's cooking, I want to show you really quick. Just grab some regular tin foil. I'm going to rip off a pretty good sized piece. Now let me show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of wrinkle the edges up a little bit so it's a little bit more sturdy. Just like that, that's it. Why I did this is because the top of your wheat bread will brown way faster than the bottom. And I do not like when bread is cooked too much on the top and has kind of a tough crust. So when there's about 10 minutes left in the cooking time, I'm going to take this tin foil and just place it over the top. You don't need to press it down or anything. Just place it over the top of your bread dough or your bread that's cooking, and then it will prevent it from, getting too brown or too tough. Okay, so I have about 10 minutes left. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this tin foil and just place it right like this on the top. You don't have to really press it on or anything like that. Just place it on the top. That way it won't get too browned on the top. Okay, they are done. So let's go ahead and take them out. You can save this tin foil for another time that you make more bread. Just reuse it. Okay, so now you want to take them instantly out of these bread pans. While they're hot. Okay, now I have just some melted butter here. I'm just going to go ahead and butter the tops. And you want to do this right after you take them out of the pans and they're still nice and hot. This will keep the crusts really soft and give it a really good flavor. Okay, so we have the bread all buttered. Now we're just going to wait for it to sit for a little bit so it can cool down, and then we'll cut into it and put some fresh butter on there and see what the inside looks like. But you're going to love this bread. It's super yummy. Okay, I'm so excited about this. Let's cut into this together. Let me grab some butter. All right. I want you to be able to see this. Look at that. So soft and pretty. Oh, it smells so good. Look how soft and pretty that is. It's so good. Okay, let's put some butter on there. Your kids will love it, even though it's whole wheat. Makes the yummiest toast. It's so good. It's so soft. It has really good flavor. But honestly, look at that. You made that. You can make that from literal wheat berries. Wheat berries. So healthy for you. So good. Oh, you need to try it. So let me know in the comments down below if you try this recipe. Let me know if you like it, what you think about it. But yeah, you need to try it. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.